Number 12. Frozen century-old photographs. A fatal expedition, deaths and sinking ships, fear and adrenaline. Some in the Ross Sea Party didn't survive the Arctic expedition, but the 100-year-old photographs of the crew did. Conservationists were renovating Arctic exploration huts in 2013 when they discovered a box of negatives cemented in an ice block. Once developed, the century-old film depicted photos of an ill-fated crew, the Ross Sea Party, which had set out to cross Antarctica from 1915 to 1917, led by famous explorer Ernest Shackleton. The crew was split in two, with one set of explorers, the Ross Sea Party, creating a supply route on the continent's Aussie side, while the other half entered on the opposite side from South Georgia, this team led by Shackleton. Theoretically, they would meet in the middle. Theoretically. Shackleton's ship Endurance did not endure. It slowed with the ice pack before it even made it to Antarctica. Staying in the same place for around 9 months, the pressure began growing around the ship, so much that they had to abandon it. They began to cross the frozen ice sheet on foot, watching their ship sink after only 3 more days afloat. The Shackleton crew set up Patience Camp in January of 1916 and sat patiently through a blizzard that kept them there so long that all of the crew's 69 dogs were killed in order that the men didn't starve to death. They abandoned their efforts in April, managing to wait out the weather before plopping into 3 lifeboats that took the crew to Elephant Island and then back to South Georgia, where Shackleton called off the expedition. The Ross Sea Party faced the same challenges on the other side, but they did manage to complete their mission, creating the supply routes for Shackleton's crew, not without a few fatalities and another sinking ship. The photographs came from their party and, sadly, the ill-fated crew is memorialized in blocks of ice where some of their men's lives also remain. Number 11. A frozen volcano. You've seen the ground freeze, you've likely skated upon it. You may even have gone ice fishing, planting yourself on a frozen lake over a hole, but you probably don't realize that when this ground freezes and thaws, the land beneath it changes shape, like some creepy shapeshifter. Land that regularly freezes and thaws can create some whopping land formations, like the Pingus found on China's Tibetan Plateau. The fairly flat and barren land is sometimes oddly interrupted by these 160-foot tall volcano-like hills. These Pingus form when the frozen ice underground is pressurized. Gradually, ice layers are fed by the pressurized water from below, producing these Pingus that just may explode like gushing ice volcanoes. While they may not be as scary or dangerous as lava spewers, if in the wrong place at the wrong time, Pingus can certainly shoot your eye out. Number 10. A frozen plant. While no Venus flytraps or other crazy scary plants have been discovered in the permafrost, Russian scientists have uncovered plants that date back 30,000 years in the frozen tundra of Siberia. In 2012, the thin-leaved ancestor of the Campion were found in a ground squirrel's winter storage. Little did he know, he would be in for a long winter. As the Ice Age overcame him and the entire Earth, the scientists regenerated the fertile plants from in vitro fruit tissue culture, Pleistocene, that dated back to the late Pleistocene age. The fruits were so intact because they had been fossilized beneath the permafrost sediments, which had never thawed, serving as a cold freezer with temperature levels of -7 degrees Celsius. This discovery, and all of these discoveries found in the permafrost, will serve as a sort of frozen petri dish to study the rates of microevolution and discover various prehistoric plant tissue